Talking about old greats, Johnny. Talking about Roy Jones. We were speaking last week and we brought it up again yesterday because I don't know if you've seen Evander Holyfield says he's going to come back. James Toney says he's coming back. Obviously all following after Mike Tyson. But you were saying this week just how close you'll come to fighting Tyson.
I know. You know what? I actually didn't realise they had that footage. And the footage got out of when we met for that conversation. I always tell this story when we're at dinner events. And I don't know if people believe it, but you actually, that event there, Frank Warren actually phoned me, said, come down and come to meet Mike. And Mike was trained to fight Julius Francis. And he was down at the Grove, I think it was, in London. And it was cold up here in Sheffield. It was frigging warm in London. So I had a big, thick jumper on. I got the train down, walking down Park Lane. I'm sweating cars, but I'm thinking, God, I'm going to meet Mike Tyson. And I'm thinking, I've got to be cool here, because there are going to be loads of people there. So I've got to be cool. And so I walked down and looked through the window. I saw press there, so the public there, Mike smashing somebody in the ring. And as I walked in, he stepped out. We shook hands, as you saw. And Mike said, is this a third opponent? Now, this was part of the conversation that I wasn't including until I was face-to-face with him and everybody's around me. So I thought, shit, what can I say? So I'm trying to keep really cool, like it's no big deal. Yeah, I love it. Big smile for the camera and everything. I thought, oh God. But in my head, I'm thinking, you have got no chance. There's no way I'm fighting you in a million years. I'll get out of it somehow. But because everybody was listening, I couldn't think, I couldn't say no. I had to front it out. So I'm like, shit. And so my phone's ringing straight away as soon as I left the place. Johnny, are you fighting Mike Tyson? I'm like, yeah, I just think going, it'll be a good fight. I'm like, bollocks. Anyway, he saw my ex-wife just leave there. I didn't tell her because I thought she'll go mad. And so anyway, she found out. And so she said, I said, it's a publicity stunt. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. It's publicity stunt. Anyway, he knocked out Julius Francis in about 4 or 5 rounds. Then he was boxing Louis Tavares up in Scotland.
Yeah.
And so therefore I would be the next opponent after that. We went to box Louis Tavares. He knocked Louis Tavares down and the referee. And then if you watch the show, watch the fight on YouTube, you see him run to ringside and he starts shouting some stuff at ringside. And his mate Crocodile's behind him shouting some stuff. And he's shouting, you want some of that? Boy, how? Fuck you up. All this sort of stuff. I'm sat there with missus. And the press are there and everybody's listening. I'm like, shit. So I've got to style it out again because now he's putting me on the spot. And because I thought I made myself look like a bit of a dick when I was at the Grove, I thought I've got to think of something really smart. And the stupid thing that fell out of my mouth was, just get yourself fit, fat boy. That's all I could say, get yourself fit, fat boy. And I thought, dickhead. And so my missus is like, you what? You called him what? And the press is like, fat boy. And Mike, you can see Mike, what the fuck is it? Anyway, we went back to the hotel, and Mike was on the top floor. He was coming down, and we were on the 3rd floor, 4th floor, and it was about 2 o'clock. You hear music banging downstairs. So I said to him, come on, let's go to the party downstairs. So we got in the lift, 4th floor. It stopped at the 2nd floor. I thought, who's getting in this time of night? Lift door open, Mike Tyson, bodyguard, and solicitor. And I thought, shit! Missus. So I thought, I'm not going to get done or intimidate in front of these lot. So I thought, bollocks. And Mike's head went to one side like that. And I said, you getting in? He went, yeah. I thought, fucking his solicitor, remember, he just got in trouble. His solicitor put his hand in front of him and said, no, we'll get the next one. All right, cool, no problem. And his mate Crocodile's behind him. And as the door's shut, he's going, fuck you up, you black motherfucker. He's saying this to me. Fuck you up, black motherfucker. And as the door's shutting, you know when you're in a lift, you get it to that point of no return. As it got to that point, I went, fuck off! Boom! So she's going, man, what have you done that for? What have you done that for? Be cool. Anyway, we ended up walking back up 4 flights of stairs. We didn't bother going out.
I was going to say to go to the party.
Yeah, we didn't go to the party. And then I gather Mike got into a bit of a scuff with some tall African that night, so I don't even thought it was me. But anyway, years later, when Mike was coming to England to do a lot of his dinners, we get on pretty cool now, and he just said, tell everybody, like when we're going to do the talk and warm up, he says, tell everybody about when I was going to fuck you up. Tell him. He loves the story. He pissed himself laughing. But he's actually a nice guy. But when I saw the footage of him on the pads, I thought his hand speed, his upper body still looks strong, but it's the feet. You got to. When you hit somebody, it's all right to stand in front of you, but as soon as they're gone, it's like you'll get beaten by somebody with pace, even though you've got more experience on them. You know that your timing goes a little bit. Your feet and your hand-foot-eye coordination don't work in sync anymore. Evander Holyfield's the same. He should have stopped boxing even before he stopped boxing. You know, so Tony's saying it's a good way for these old boys to make a lot of cash on a one-hit wonder. But do you really? I think, to me, yes, it's ego, but I also think money is a big motivator.
Yeah.
Because you know when you're training hard and your body's not checking with you, it's not fun. And so I think these guys, they can't improve on what they did in their careers, no matter what. So you've just got an older version, a slower version, a fatter version of who they were. So it's not going to be any better. It's like Nigel Benn, when Nigel Benn was trained to come back again. He was never going to be the Nigel Benn that he was. But once he acquired an injury, his body just wouldn't recover. And that's why the reality kicks in.
So that Tyson fight then, Johnny, were it actually in the pipeline? It was actually in?
No, it was more or less a done deal. And the rumours have it, the reason why the fight fell through is because when he first...
He had a disaster in Scotland, though, didn't he, on that second show? It was like a thunderstorm, weren't it?
That's right. But from the first show, this is what I'm hearing, so don't sue me, Frank. So from the first show, I'm hearing when he boxed Julius Francis, Frank was so happy to have me in London, it was a big deal, that he basically gave him the key, gave me his credit card, said, look, buy what you want. So I'm assuming Frank's thinking he's going to buy a tie, a shirt, a watch. Tyson bought Ferrari, Porsche, Rolls Royce, got them all shipped over to America. So I'm gathering that Frank said, no, we didn't agree to that. So he pulled the money out of his purse before he got paid. This is what I'm gathering, allegedly. So Mike wouldn't play ball in regards to when he came back the next time, the next part of the 3-fight contract. He wouldn't play ball with Frank. And he wouldn't attend press conferences. He was a bit awkward in regards to what was going on. And Frank had to pay him a visit in his hotel room when they were in Scotland. And there was a slight altercation, should I say. And if you know, you know. Well, put it this way. If you look at the fight with Frank and with Mike Tyson and Lou Savarese, you see Frank getting in his tartan suit. But zoom in on him. And he's got makeup on and a black eye. I don't know how that happened, but that was before the fight, and Mike gave him a right stink-eyed look and to say shit. And so that, unfortunately, was the end of their fight relationship. So that's why the fight fell through. I personally think I'd have done Mike. Now looking back on it, but it fell through, so we'll never know.
How would you have approached it though, John? That if they'd have rung you up and said it's on, gone all right, said right, it's on. How would you approach?
What? If they said it's on? If they said it was on?
If the second fight show hadn't fallen and had problems, and third fight had happened, they'd have gone right then, Johnny, it's on, you're in.
I'd have shit myself. I was thinking of an excuse to get out of it. I thought I've got to think of something, but I've got to do it with grace because I'm cruiserweight champion of the world, so I'm supposed to be hard. I believe I'm the best cruiserweight in the world, but excuse my French, fuck fighting Mike Tyson. So I'm thinking, how do I get out of this? But then, yeah, I'd have thought of something. I'd have fainted.
Even if it had been on, you wouldn't have done
it? I would have probably been talked into it. I wasn't happy with the idea. But I would have probably talked into it. He's not that tall, but he's just a powerful beast, a muscle man. So you've got to be sharp on him. And he's dangerous. He was dangerous all the way through.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Anne? Did Tyson have a close shave there? Does he know?
I think so. I think Johnny might have frustrated him, poked and might have got Tyson down the street, wouldn't you, Johnny?
Or got knocked the fuck out of the ring.
He was training in the gym in Florida when I was over there with Clinton Woods, and his real name was Steve Fitch or something, wasn't it? And
yes.
Oh, you can't. He only responds to Crocodile. You have to call him Crocodile. So I just spent like 4 days calling him Steve, and it must have drove him nuts.
Oh God, yeah, but like Crocodile. he was dressed in all army fatigue as though he could fight, trying to talk to me like he could do. I'm thinking, if Mike wasn't stood in front of you, I wonder if you'd say that shit if Mike wasn't stood in front of you. He was like, well, thank you, motherfucker. All this.
Yeah.
So full of it.
Yeah. Well, that might be the one that got away. But I heard a funny story on a podcast the other day. Do you know that rapper, that Fat Joe?
Yeah.
That Fat Joe, he said they were going to a fight, or they were at a fight with another rapper, and they got in an altercation with some security guards, and they were like 10 security guards, and he said they were bigger than like NFL players. He goes, they were ginormous. He went, and he goes, I'll fight with anyone, we'll have it with anyone. He went, I said to this other kid, we're going to get absolutely killed here. He goes, because they were just me and him. He goes, we're going to get absolutely killed. I think he were at a Tyson fight. And he said, next minute, I heard this like soft voice go, yo, Joe, what's up? And it was Tyson. And he said Tyson chased all security guards around this room.
Wow.
Terrified him. And main security guard were crying, asking that Fat Joe, say, oh, just say it weren't like that. You weren't really going to put it on you, so he just got that look, he just got that aura. And he's fantastic, I think. He's still got that aura now, and people are still so invested. But I just don't think there's out to... I mean, James Toney, that video they did, his beard's white. He's like,
So Mike's talking about doing the boxing exhibitions. Now, the part of the attraction to watch Mike was because it was so unpredictable. There was so much of a spike to his edge. I can't actually see Mike tipping and tapping. I can't actually see him doing an exhibition because he's either all or nothing. So it's either too fake or it's just not fake at all. So I just find it hard to... But then I remember Thomas Hearns, when he came over, we were doing a dinner and I was hosting him. So Thomas had sat next to me, and Thomas, we were going through, as we just discussing privately what titles he had. He said, yeah, and I was WBO Cruiserweight Champion from 1999 through 2005, 4. I went, no, you weren't. He said, yeah, I was. I said, listen, you weren't, because I was. He said, no, I was. I said, tell me you weren't. I was. And his agent's there trying to argue with me to say that he was WBO champion. When I was doing it, I said, listen, that was me. That you weren't that. So he said, no. I said, trust me. You got it wrong. And then I got him up on Google. Frigging IBO champion he was. Oh, there you go. So he said, anyway. So why don't me and you do an exhibition? We can arrange it. We can get past all the commissions. We don't have to. Have any governing body there. Why don't you just have an exhibition about? We'll make a lot of money. I'm like, are you for real? And he was proper serious. So about 3 months after that, his agent was ringing me. What are you going to do? And so I spoke to Bren. I said, Bren, what do you think? And Bren said, Johnny, you're on a no-win situation because you'll probably kill him. Yeah. And then it's going to look bad because you've hurt an old man. Or if he does you, you're going to look bad because you're being done by an old man. I'm like, he won't do me. He said, because he said it's a risky gamble. I wouldn't do it. Yeah. And so I just thought, I just ignored him. But he honestly was arguing with me for about an hour that he was WBO champion when I was. I'm like, we were like two little school kids in a schoolyard. Yeah. So a lot of them, they say, let's do these exhibitions. It's a way to get around the commission so they let them fight. But it's actually a proper fight. It's actually a proper tear-up.
That's it. I don't think, when you get someone like Mike Tyson in the ring,
of course,
go and pride. Can you imagine being like an opponent, being told, just going to move you around and have a bit of fans and somebody
and even the other guy you mentioned there, James Toney, we all know like what a character he is. You're telling me he's just going to think, you know what, I'll just tuck up or roll, defend, pop a few shots back. There's no way it couldn't turn nasty, isn't there? Do you know what I mean?
These guys' egos are far too big.
Yeah, I was going to say it comes down to egos, doesn't it, Johnny?
Yeah, it's far too big, and they're far too big characters to play possum. Yeah. So I'm curious, but because it's Mike Tyson, he can hit the pads and people go apeshit crazy. Remember, he's 53 years old, so let's not get silly and giddy.
Yeah, interesting. So, Johnny, well, you're not bit opponent for comebacks. You were close enough on the original one, weren't you?
Yeah, I can say I won that anyway. I can say whatever. So you never know.
You see, you've won. All right, good stuff, fellas.
Hope you enjoyed Blackout Barber Show. Please like and subscribe. And if you've got any complaints, remember my name's Richard Potson. Just say that's Johnny.